I'm always in the driver's seat.
G'day, my name's Alan Teskey. My main aim in beekeeping is to experiment and to obtain as much honey from the hives as possible.
So the first frame that is being pulled out of this hive, and as can be seen, this frame has a lot of honey on it, which indicates to me that the queen is not working fast enough to keep up with the nectar coming in. So therefore a false expectation for the underperformance of this hive is the queen.
Right, this particular frame has got probably 3/4 of honey and the rest is just pollen, which is no good in the brood chamber. And I'd say that this outside frame is also full of honey, yes. The outside frame is totally capped with honey, so that'll be removed. So now we've got a fair bit of space here. What we're going to do is take the excess frames of brood from over this nuke and amalgamate them with this particular hive for building up the bee numbers. Right, this is a frame of brood that we're going to transfer over into the honey hive, into the brood super, and relieve this particular hive of some of its brood because of the strength of the nuke, and replace those brood frames with stickies or foundation. All the bees will be shaken off and only the brood frames placed in the brood chamber.
I consider it a waste of time and effort keeping underperforming queens. To bring in high volumes of nectar, the hive requires a minimum of 45,000 bees and 7 to 9 frames of brood, so that the hive can be kept up in the very high bee numbers. With all my honey production hives, I run 10 frames in the brood super, as if you only have 9, one extra frame gives you a minimum of 3,000 bees every 3 weeks for high honey production.
Okay, second in from outside either side. Right, so we've got extra frames to put in to make up the 10, and they'll go in the second from either side. Foundation on one side and a sticky on the other side. Smoke. After new frames are placed in the brood super, they're marked with the month and the year, so that you've got a record when they actually went into the brood super. We're shaking all the bees, so there's plenty of bees in the brood super for when we put the new queen on top of the frames for the bees to
start feeding her. This I call the Tech 5-minute queen exchange. I have been doing this process for over 10 years. This was a hive in my past operations where I was getting quite a lot of honey, and very, very quickly.
So I'll just leave her there for a few minutes, and we'll soon see whether the queen's going to be bald or whether they're starting to feed her. The 3 frames that were removed from the nuke super is being replaced now 3 frames from the honey super.
Quickly, it was only about 3 to 4 weeks that they were up in the lid, as you can see by this particular part of the video.
This is what can happen within 3 weeks when there's honey coming in, when there's a honey flow. Just look at the honey there, beautiful, clear, light golden colour. And the amount of bees that's there, phenomenal. That's the qualities of a good queen and a good honey flow.